Talking to yourself, often referred to as self-talk, is a powerful tool for personal transformation. It's not just a quirky habit or a mental exercise, but a profound way to align your thoughts, emotions, and actions with your deepest desires. By mastering the art of self-talk, you can manifest anything you want in life, from financial success to fulfilling relationships and even better health. Self-talk is essentially the inner dialogue that continuously runs in our minds. It's the voice that comments on everything we do, often unconsciously. This voice can be either supportive or destructive, depending on how it's directed. Positive self-talk encourages us to reach for our goals and overcome obstacles, while negative self-talk can create doubt, fear, and anxiety, holding us back from realizing our potential. The key to using self-talk for manifestation lies in understanding and harnessing its power. When you talk to yourself in a positive, affirming way, you're not just comforting yourself, you're programming your mind to believe in the possibilities that lie ahead. This belief, in turn, influences your actions, behaviors, and decisions, guiding you toward the outcomes you desire. To manifest anything through self-talk, it's important to be deliberate and intentional. Start by identifying what you truly want. Be specific, as clarity is crucial in manifestation. Once you know what you desire, craft positive affirmations that reflect those desires. For example, if you're aiming for a promotion at work, your self-talk might include statements like, "I am confident in my abilities and deserving of this promotion," or "I am capable of achieving success in my career." However, it's not enough to simply recite these affirmations, you must also feel them deeply. Visualization can amplify the effectiveness of your self-talk. Imagine yourself in scenarios where your desires have already come to fruition. Feel the emotions associated with that success: joy, pride, satisfaction. By engaging your emotions, you're sending a powerful message to your subconscious mind that these outcomes are not just possible, but inevitable. Consistency is key. Make self-talk a daily practice, whether through meditation, journaling, or simply taking a few moments throughout the day to reaffirm your intentions. Over time, you'll notice a shift in your mindset, and as your thoughts become more aligned with your desires, the universe responds in kind, bringing opportunities, resources, and connections that help turn your dreams into reality. The concept of self-talk revolves around the inner dialogue that each of us engages in throughout our day. This inner dialogue is not just a passive stream of thoughts, it's an active process that shapes our perceptions, attitudes, and ultimately our reality. The power of self-talk lies in its ability to influence both our conscious and subconscious minds, effectively guiding our actions and reactions in various situations. When we engage in self-talk, we're essentially communicating with ourselves on a deeper level. This communication can either uplift and empower us or diminish and limit us, depending on the nature of the dialogue. Positive self-talk, which involves affirming our strengths, abilities, and potential, can build our confidence, enhance our problem-solving skills, and motivate us to take bold actions toward our goals. It reinforces a belief in our own capabilities and helps us to maintain a focus on our aspirations, even in the face of challenges. On the other hand, negative self-talk can have a detrimental effect. It often manifests as self-doubt, fear, or criticism, undermining our confidence and creating mental barriers that prevent us from pursuing our desires. Over time, this negative dialogue can become a self-fulfilling prophecy, where the doubts and fears we entertain begin to manifest in our lives, further reinforcing a cycle of limitation and unfulfillment. Understanding the power of self-talk is the first step in harnessing it for manifestation. By becoming aware of our inner dialogue and actively choosing to steer it in a positive direction, we can begin to reshape our mental and emotional landscape. This process involves not only changing the content of our thoughts, but also the tone and intention behind them. When we consistently practice positive self-talk, we create a mental environment that supports growth, encourages resilience, and aligns our actions with our deepest desires. This shift in mindset doesn't just stay within the confines of our thoughts, it spills over into our behaviors and interactions with the world. As we become more attuned to the possibilities that positive self-talk opens up, we start to notice new opportunities, build stronger relationships, and take steps that bring us closer to our goals. The power of self-talk, therefore, is not just in what we say to ourselves, but in how it transforms our entire approach to life, making it a fundamental tool for manifesting anything we truly desire. Self-talk, the ongoing inner dialogue that we all engage in, can be categorized into two main types, positive and negative. These two forms of self-talk have vastly different impacts on our lives, shaping our beliefs, attitudes, and ultimately our reality. Understanding the distinction between positive and negative self-talk is crucial for anyone looking to harness the power of their thoughts to manifest their desires. Positive self-talk is characterized by affirmations, encouragement, and constructive internal dialogue. It involves focusing on our strengths, acknowledging our successes, and maintaining an optimistic outlook even in the face of challenges. When we engage in positive self-talk, we reinforce our self-worth and capabilities. This type of inner dialogue helps to build confidence, resilience, and motivation. For example, when faced with a difficult task, a person who practices positive self-talk might say to themselves, "I am capable of handling this. I have the skills and determination to succeed." This mindset not only reduces stress but also enhances performance, as the individual is more likely to approach the task with a proactive and solution-oriented attitude. The positive self-talk goes beyond mere words. It influences our emotions and actions. By consistently affirming our abilities and focusing on the positive aspects of our experiences, we create a mental framework that supports growth and success. This positive reinforcement can lead to a cycle of improvement, where each success, no matter how small, builds upon the last, fostering a sense of momentum and progress. In contrast, negative self-talk is the internal dialogue that emphasizes doubt, fear, and criticism. It often involves focusing on our perceived flaws, failures, and limitations. Negative self-talk can be harsh and unforgiving, creating a mental environment that is steeped in negativity and self-doubt. For instance, someone who is prone to negative self-talk might approach the same difficult task by thinking, "I always mess things up. I'm not good enough to succeed at this." This type of thinking can be incredibly limiting, as it erodes self-esteem and saps the energy needed to take constructive action. The effects of negative self-talk are profound. It can lead to a self-fulfilling prophecy, where the negative expectations we set for ourselves become our reality. For example, if we constantly tell ourselves that we're not good at something, we're less likely to put in the effort to improve, and more likely to give up at the first sign of difficulty. Over time, this pattern of negative thinking can contribute to a sense of helplessness and hopelessness, making it difficult to pursue our goals and dreams. Negative self-talk also has a significant impact on our emotional well-being. It can fuel anxiety, depression, and other mental health challenges, as the constant stream of negative thoughts creates a persistent state of stress and unhappiness. This, in turn, can affect our physical health, leading to issues such as insomnia, fatigue, and weakened immune function. The contrast between positive and negative self-talk highlights the importance of cultivating a positive inner dialogue. By becoming aware of the negative self-talk patterns that may be holding us back, we can start to challenge and change them. Replacing negative thoughts with positive affirmations and focusing on our strengths rather than our weaknesses can have a transformative effect on our lives. It shifts our mindset from one of limitation to one of possibility, opening the door to new opportunities and empowering us to manifest the life we desire. Deliberate and intentional self-talk is a critical aspect of using your inner dialogue to manifest your desires. Unlike the automatic, often unconscious thoughts that run through our minds, deliberate self-talk is a conscious effort to direct your thoughts in a way that supports your goals and aspirations. This approach requires mindfulness, focus, and a clear understanding of what you want to achieve. The first step in practicing deliberate self-talk is becoming aware of your current thought patterns. Many people are unaware of the constant stream of thoughts that flow through their minds, some of which may be negative, self-critical, or limiting. By paying attention to your inner dialogue, you can begin to identify these unhelpful patterns. This awareness is crucial because you cannot change what you do not recognize. Once you become conscious of these negative or automatic thoughts, you can start to challenge and replace them with more constructive and empowering messages. Intentional self-talk is about more than just replacing negative thoughts with positive ones. It involves crafting specific affirmations and statements that align with your goals. These affirmations should be tailored to what you want to manifest in your life. For example, if you're aiming to improve your health, you might deliberately say to yourself, "I am strong, healthy, and full of energy," rather than letting your mind drift to thoughts of illness or fatigue. The key is to make these affirmations positive, present tense, and focused on the outcome you desire. Moreover, deliberate self-talk requires consistency and repetition. It's not enough to say an affirmation once or twice and expect immediate results. Just as negative thought patterns develop over time, positive ones need to be reinforced regularly to take root. By repeating your affirmations daily, you begin to reprogram your subconscious mind, gradually shifting your beliefs and expectations to align with your desired outcomes. This repetition also helps to combat any residual negative thoughts that might creep in, allowing you to maintain a focus on what you want rather than what you fear. Another important aspect of deliberate self-talk is the emotional connection you create with your affirmations. It's not just about saying the words, it's about feeling them deeply. When you speak your affirmations with conviction and emotion, you send a powerful message to your subconscious mind that these outcomes are not just possible, but already unfolding in your life. For instance, when you affirm, "I am confident and successful," take a moment to visualize what confidence and success look like for you. Imagine yourself in situations where you are already living that reality and feel the emotions associated with it, whether it's pride, joy, or satisfaction. Deliberate self-talk also involves setting aside time specifically for this practice. While it's beneficial to integrate positive affirmations into your daily routine, having dedicated moments for focused self-talk can be incredibly powerful. This might involve meditation, journaling, or simply sitting quietly and repeating your affirmations to yourself. During these moments, you can fully immerse yourself in the process, free from distractions, allowing your thoughts to align with your intentions fully. Lastly, deliberate self-talk is about taking control of your mental environment. Life is full of external influences, news, social media, other people's opinions that can easily shape your thoughts if you're not careful. By practicing intentional self-talk, you create a mental space where your own beliefs and desires take precedence over external noise. This empowers you to stay focused on your goals, regardless of what's happening around you. Deliberate and intentional self-talk is a powerful tool for manifesting your desires. It requires awareness, consistency, emotional engagement, and a commitment to creating a mental environment that supports your aspirations. By consciously directing your thoughts, you can align your mind with your goals, paving the way for their manifestation in your life. Visualization and emotional engagement are key components that amplify the power of self-talk, making it a more effective tool for manifesting your desires. While positive affirmations and deliberate self-talk lay the foundation, visualization and emotional engagement add depth and intensity, transforming your inner dialogue from mere words into a vivid and emotionally charged experience that resonates deeply with your subconscious mind. Visualization involves creating a detailed mental image of the desired outcome as if it has already occurred. It's about seeing yourself in the situation where your goals have been achieved, experiencing the scenario with all your senses. This practice goes beyond just imagining a vague picture. It's about crafting a rich, multisensory experience in your mind. For example, if your goal is to buy your dream house, you would not only visualize the house itself, but also imagine walking through the rooms, feeling the texture of the floors, hearing the sounds within the house, and even smelling the fresh paint or the aroma of food being cooked in your new kitchen. The more vivid and detailed the visualization, the more real it becomes to your mind. This mental rehearsal is crucial because your brain does not distinguish well between real experiences and vividly imagined ones. When you visualize your goals with clarity, your brain begins to treat them as if they are already happening. This helps to align your thoughts and emotions with your desired reality, making you more receptive to opportunities and actions that will bring you closer to your goals. Emotional engagement takes this process a step further by adding the element of feeling to your visualizations and affirmations. Emotions are a powerful driving force behind human behavior. And when you couple your affirmations and visualizations with strong, positive emotions, you significantly increase their impact. For instance, if you are visualizing a promotion at work, it's not enough to see yourself in a new office or receiving a congratulatory handshake from your boss. You must also tap into the feelings of pride, accomplishment, and joy that would accompany this achievement. By experiencing these emotions in your visualization, you send a powerful signal to your subconscious mind that this outcome is not only possible, but is something that you are already emotionally invested in. The combination of visualization and emotional engagement helps to bridge the gap between where you are now and where you want to be. It creates a sense of inevitability about your goals as your mind begins to believe in and expect these outcomes. This belief then influences your actions, decisions, and behaviors in ways that align with your desired results. For example, if you consistently visualize and emotionally engage with the idea of being a confident public speaker, you're more likely to seek out speaking opportunities, prepare thoroughly, and approach each opportunity with enthusiasm and assurance. Over time, these actions lead to the manifestation of your goal. Moreover, emotional engagement helps to solidify your commitment to your goals. When you connect deeply with the emotions associated with your desired outcomes, you are more likely to stay motivated and focused, even when faced with obstacles or setbacks. This emotional connection acts as a driving force, pushing you to persevere and take consistent action toward your goals. It also helps to keep your self-talk positive and aligned with your intentions, as the strong emotional pull toward your desired outcomes makes it easier to dismiss doubts and fears. It's important to note that visualization and emotional engagement are not passive activities. They require intentionality and practice. You might find it helpful to set aside dedicated time each day for this practice, perhaps in the morning to set a positive tone for the day, or in the evening to reinforce your goals before sleep. During these sessions, focus on creating the most vivid, detailed, and emotionally charged mental images you can. Over time, this practice will become more natural and effortless, and you'll find that your mind begins to automatically gravitate toward thoughts and emotions that support your goals. Visualization and emotional engagement are powerful tools that enhance the effectiveness of self-talk in manifesting your desires. By creating vivid mental images of your goals and coupling them with strong, positive emotions, you program your subconscious mind to believe in and work toward these outcomes. This not only aligns your thoughts and actions with your goals, but also strengthens your commitment and motivation, making it more likely that you will achieve the success you desire. Consistency in the practice of self-talk is the cornerstone of effectively manifesting your desires. It is through repeated and sustained effort that you can reprogram your subconscious mind, alter your habitual thought patterns, and ultimately align your actions with your goals. While understanding and using self-talk, visualization, and emotional engagement are vital, it is consistency that truly cements these practices into your daily life and brings about lasting change. The power of consistency lies in the way it gradually reshapes your mindset. Our minds are naturally resistant to change, particularly when it comes to deeply ingrained beliefs and habits. These mental patterns have been formed over years, if not decades, and cannot be altered overnight. Consistent self-talk acts as a form of mental conditioning, gradually replacing negative, limiting beliefs with positive, empowering ones. This steady reinforcement is necessary to override old patterns and to establish new ones that support your goals. When you engage in positive self-talk consistently, you are continually feeding your mind with affirmations and ideas that align with what you want to achieve. This repetition is crucial because the subconscious mind absorbs information through repeated exposure. Just as negative thoughts can become ingrained through constant repetition, so too can positive thoughts. Over time, as you consistently repeat affirmations like "I am capable and deserving of success," your subconscious begins to accept these statements as truth. This shift in belief then influences your conscious thoughts, decisions, and actions, bringing you closer to your desired outcomes. Consistency also helps to build momentum. In the beginning, practicing positive self-talk might feel forced or unnatural, especially if you have been accustomed to negative thinking. However, the more you practice, the easier it becomes. Each day of consistent self-talk reinforces the previous day's efforts, creating a cumulative effect. This momentum makes it easier to maintain a positive mindset, even in the face of challenges. It also helps you to stay focused on your goals, as the regular practice of self-talk keeps your desires at the forefront of your mind. Another critical aspect of consistency is its role in maintaining motivation. Manifesting your desires is often a long-term process that requires patience, and perseverance. There will be times when progress seems slow or obstacles arise, and it can be tempting to give up. However, consistent self-talk serves as a daily reminder of your goals and the reasons you are pursuing them. It helps to sustain your motivation by reinforcing the belief that your efforts will eventually pay off. This ongoing encouragement is vital for staying committed to your path, even when the journey becomes difficult. Consistency also strengthens your emotional connection to your goals. As you repeatedly engage in self-talk and visualization, the emotions associated with your desired outcomes become more deeply ingrained. This emotional reinforcement helps to keep your goals vivid and compelling, making it more likely that you will take the necessary actions to achieve them. Moreover, when you consistently experience the positive emotions tied to your affirmations and visualizations, you begin to develop a stronger sense of self-belief and confidence. This emotional foundation is critical for overcoming self-doubt and maintaining a positive attitude, both of which are essential for manifestation. In practical terms, consistency means making self-talk a non-negotiable part of your daily routine. This might involve setting aside specific times each day for focused self-talk, such as in the morning to set a positive tone for the day, or at night to reinforce your goals before sleep. It could also involve integrating self-talk into your daily activities, such as repeating affirmations while you're getting ready in the morning, during your commute, or while exercising. The key is to ensure that you are regularly engaging in positive self-talk, regardless of how busy or distracted you might be. Consistency does not mean perfection. There will inevitably be days when negative thoughts creep in, or when you forget to practice your self-talk. What matters is not that you never falter, but that you quickly return to your positive practices when you do. This resilience is part of what consistency builds, an ability to stay the course, even when things don't go perfectly. In conclusion, consistency is the glue that holds the practice of self-talk together and makes it effective. By regularly and persistently engaging in positive self-talk, you create lasting changes in your mindset and beliefs. This, in turn, influences your actions and decisions, guiding you toward the manifestation of your desires. Consistency builds momentum, maintains motivation, strengthens your emotional connection to your goals, and ensures that positive thought patterns become deeply rooted in your subconscious mind. It is through this steady, unyielding effort that you transform your inner dialogue into a powerful force for creating the life you want. I invite you to consider a profound truth, one that may revolutionize the way you approach life. For too long, many of us have been caught in the ceaseless effort to manifest our desires, believing that we must strive, struggle, and work tirelessly to bring our dreams into reality. But what if I told you that this very effort, this trying so hard, is the very thing standing in the way of your desires? What if I told you that what you seek is already yours, waiting for you to claim it, not through toil, but through the quiet assurance of its existence? There is a power within you, an infinite and boundless force that shapes your reality. This power does not respond to frantic effort or desperate striving. Instead, it aligns with the quiet, unwavering belief that what you desire is already a part of your life. Your dreams, your aspirations, your deepest longings, they are not distant, elusive things that you must chase down. They are as close to you as your own breath, waiting for you to acknowledge them as already yours. Consider this: when you plant a seed in the ground, you do not stand over it, willing it to grow with every ounce of your energy. You know without a shadow of a doubt that the seed will sprout and flourish in its own time. You trust the process, confident in the knowledge that the result is inevitable. So too should you trust in the fulfillment of your desires. The moment you conceive of a wish, it is as if you have planted a seed in the fertile soil of your imagination. Your only task is to nurture it with faith, knowing that it will grow and blossom into reality. Stop trying so hard to manifest. Stop wrestling with the universe, pleading and pushing for what you want. Instead, shift your focus. Begin to live in the end. See your desires as already accomplished. Feel the joy, the satisfaction, the peace that comes with the realization that what you want is already yours. When you embody this state of mind, when you truly live as though your dreams have already come true, you align yourself with the power that creates worlds. Imagine for a moment the person you would be if everything you desired were already a part of your life. How would you think? How would you feel? How would you act? Hold this image in your mind and let it guide your thoughts and actions. You do not need to strain or struggle. You only need to dwell in the consciousness of your fulfilled desires. This is the secret: the world without is a reflection of the world within. When you change the inner conversation, when you truly believe in the reality of your desires, the outer world must conform to that belief. In this state, there is no need for frantic effort or desperate trying. You become the calm, confident creator of your reality, knowing that all you desire is already yours. You walk through life with a quiet assurance, unbothered by circumstances, undisturbed by appearances. For you know that the invisible power within you is constantly at work, bringing into being the very things you have claimed in your imagination. There is a profound misconception that we must fight against the tides of life, exerting every ounce of energy to bring our dreams into existence. We have been taught to believe that only through relentless effort can we achieve what we desire. But I stand before you today to tell you that this is not the way. The more you struggle, the more you push, the further you drift from the realization of your desires. The truth is that your desires are not something you need to chase, they are something you need to claim. You see, the moment you conceive a desire in your mind, it is not merely a fleeting wish. It is a reality that has already begun to take shape in the unseen realm. Your desires are like seeds planted in the fertile ground of your imagination. They do not require force to grow, they require belief. They require the quiet, unwavering conviction that they are already fulfilled. This is the key to manifestation, not trying hard, but knowing that it is already done. Imagine for a moment that your life is a grand stage, and you are the actor, the director, and the playwright all in one. The script you follow is not one of struggle or striving, but of certainty and assurance. In this script, you do not beg or plead for what you want, you simply assume the role of the person who already possesses it. You move through life with the confidence that comes from knowing that your desires are not a distant dream, but a present reality. How would you act if you knew, beyond the shadow of a doubt, that everything you wanted was already yours? How would you feel? How would you think? This is the state of mind you must cultivate, the state of living in the end. When you live as though your desires are already fulfilled, you align yourself with the very power that brings them into being. This power does not respond to desperate attempts or frantic efforts, it responds to the calm, assured knowing that what you seek is already yours. There is no need to try so hard to manifest. The more you try, the more you affirm that you do not have what you desire. And in doing so, you create resistance that pushes your desires further away. Instead, let go of the struggle. Let go of the need to force things into being. Instead, embrace the state of having. Embrace the feeling that it is already done. This is the secret to effortless manifestation. When you truly believe that your desires are already fulfilled, you begin to see the world differently. You no longer react to circumstances with fear or doubt. You no longer question whether or not you will achieve your dreams. You simply live in the confidence that they are already yours, and the world around you must conform to this belief. This is the law of consciousness. The world reflects back to you what you believe to be true. So, my friends, I urge you to stop trying so hard. Stop the endless striving and struggling. Instead, rest in the quiet assurance that what you seek is already yours. Live in the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Walk through life with the calm confidence that comes from knowing that you are the creator of your reality, and that reality has already taken shape in accordance with your deepest desires. In this state, you will find that life becomes easier, more joyful, and more abundant. You will no longer be at the mercy of circumstances, but will instead be the master of your own destiny. You will discover that manifestation is not about effort, but about alignment with the truth that what you desire is already yours. The understanding that your desires are already yours is a profound shift in consciousness that can fundamentally change the way you approach life. This concept invites you to see your desires not as distant goals to be achieved through hard work and effort, but as realities that already exist within the unseen realm, waiting to be recognized and claimed by you. When you have a desire, it is not a mere wish or a fleeting thought. It is an indication that what you seek is already a part of your reality. The moment you conceive a desire, the potential for its fulfillment is created simultaneously. This understanding requires a shift from the conventional mindset of I will have to the more powerful mindset of I already have. It is about recognizing that the moment you desire something, the creation of that desire is set into motion. This is not about deluding yourself or engaging in wishful thinking. It is about aligning with the truth that your desires are expressions of possibilities that already exist. By embracing this mindset, you no longer see your desires as something to be achieved in the future, but as something that already belongs to you in the present. This shift from lack to fulfillment is crucial, because the way you perceive your desires determines how you interact with them. When you believe that your desires are already yours, you naturally begin to act, think, and feel as though they are part of your current reality. This state of mind is not about pretending or forcing yourself to feel something that isn't true. It's about genuinely embodying the state of having. This means living in a state of gratitude and contentment, as though your desires have already been fulfilled. This state of being creates a powerful resonance within you that aligns with the reality of your desires, drawing them into your experience with ease. The world around you begins to reflect this inner state, and what you once saw as a distant possibility becomes a tangible reality. Understanding that your desires are already yours also means releasing the need to control how and when they will manifest. When you truly believe that what you want is already yours, you no longer feel the need to micromanage every step of the process. Instead, you trust in the natural flow of life, knowing that your desires will unfold in perfect timing. This trust allows you to live with a sense of peace and certainty, free from the anxiety and fear that often accompany the pursuit of goals. You become less concerned with how things will happen and more focused on the knowing that they will happen. The power of belief over struggle is a key principle that challenges the common notion that hard work and effort are the only paths to success. We have been conditioned to think that if we want something, we must push ourselves to the limit, often exhausting our mental and physical resources in the process. However, this approach overlooks a fundamental truth: the power to create our reality lies not in how hard we try, but in how deeply we believe. Belief is the engine that drives manifestation. It is the quiet, unwavering conviction that what you desire is already a reality. When you truly believe in the fulfillment of your desires, you no longer feel the need to struggle or strive. Instead, you align yourself with the outcome you seek, allowing it to come into your life naturally and effortlessly. This doesn't mean that you do nothing, rather. It means that your actions are guided by a sense of certainty and purpose, rather than by fear or desperation. Belief is a powerful force because it shapes your perception of reality. What you believe to be true becomes true for you. If you believe that you must struggle to achieve your desires, then struggle will be a part of your experience. But if you believe that your desires are already yours, then your experience will reflect that belief. Your thoughts, feelings, and actions will naturally align with the reality you have chosen to believe in, and the outer world will conform to this inner state. The power of belief also lies in its ability to bypass the limitations of the rational mind. The mind often gets caught up in the how and when of manifestation, creating doubt and uncertainty. But belief transcends these limitations. It doesn't concern itself with the details of how something will happen, it simply knows that it will happen. This kind of belief creates a sense of ease and flow in your life, allowing you to move through the world with confidence and grace. In essence, the power of belief over struggle is about shifting from a mindset of scarcity and lack to one of abundance and fulfillment. It's about recognizing that the effort you put into trying to manifest your desires is often counterproductive, because it stems from a place of doubt. When you believe deeply and truly in the reality of your desires, you no longer need to struggle. You can relax into the knowing that what you seek is already yours, and that the universe is working in perfect harmony to bring it into your experience. Living in the end is a transformative approach to life that reshapes how we engage with our desires and aspirations. This concept encourages us to mentally and emotionally occupy the state of already having achieved what we desire, rather than focusing on the process of getting there. It is about embodying the feeling of the wish fulfilled, living from the perspective that what you desire is already a reality. This shift in perspective has profound implications, as it directly influences how we think, feel, and act. When you live in the end, you are not just imagining your desired outcome, you are fully immersing yourself in the experience of having it. This requires you to cultivate the emotions, thoughts, and behaviors that you would naturally have if your desire were already realized. For example, if your goal is to achieve financial abundance, living in the end would mean feeling the security, freedom, and peace of mind that comes with having financial stability, even if your current circumstances do not yet reflect that reality. You would begin to make decisions, take actions, and think in ways that are consistent with someone who is already financially abundant. This approach is rooted in the understanding that our external reality is a reflection of our internal state. By living in the end, you align your inner world with the reality you wish to experience. This alignment is powerful because it sends a clear message to your subconscious mind and to the universe you are ready to receive what you desire. When your thoughts, emotions, and actions are congruent with the end result, the universe responds by rearranging circumstances, events, and opportunities to match your inner state. One of the key aspects of living in the end is the emotional resonance it creates. Emotions are a powerful driving force in the manifestation process. When you consistently feel the emotions associated with your desired outcome, you create a vibrational match between your current state and the state of your fulfilled desire. This emotional alignment is what draws your desire into your experience. It's important to note that this is not about forcing yourself to feel something you don't genuinely feel, rather. It's about gradually shifting your emotional state by focusing on thoughts and images that evoke the feelings you would have if your desire were already fulfilled. Living in the end also involves letting go of the attachment to how and when your desire will manifest. When you are fully immersed in the state of already having your desire, you no longer worry about the details of how it will come to be. You trust that the universe will handle the specifics, and you remain focused on maintaining the inner state of fulfillment. This detachment from the outcome paradoxically accelerates the manifestation process because it removes the resistance that often comes with overthinking and overanalyzing. Another important aspect of living in the end is the impact it has on your self-concept. When you see yourself as the person who already has what you desire, your self-image begins to shift. You start to identify with the version of yourself who has already achieved your goals. And this new self-concept influences every aspect of your life. Your beliefs, habits, and behaviors naturally begin to align with your new self-image, making it easier to take the actions necessary to bring your desire into physical reality. Living in the end also changes how you respond to challenges and setbacks. When you are anchored in the feeling of your wish fulfilled, obstacles no longer have the same power to derail you. You see them as temporary and insignificant in the grand scheme of your overall vision. This resilience comes from the deep knowing that your desired outcome is inevitable. You no longer react to external circumstances with fear or doubt because your inner state of fulfillment is so strong that it overrides any temporary setbacks. It's also important to recognize that living in the end is not about ignoring your current reality or pretending that challenges don't exist. Instead, it's about holding a dual awareness, acknowledging your present circumstances while simultaneously maintaining the inner conviction that your desired outcome is already a reality. This dual awareness allows you to navigate the present moment with grace and confidence, knowing that your outer reality will eventually catch up with your inner state. Living in the end requires practice and consistency. It's not something that happens overnight, but with regular focus and intention, it becomes easier to maintain the state of the wish fulfilled. Visualization can be a powerful tool in this process. By regularly visualizing yourself in the scene of your fulfilled desire, you strengthen your ability to live in the end. Over time, this practice helps to reprogram your subconscious mind, making the state of fulfillment your default mode of being. So, in summary, living in the end is a profound approach to manifestation that involves fully embodying the state of having already achieved your desires. It requires you to align your thoughts, emotions, and actions with the reality you wish to experience, creating a powerful resonance that draws your desires into your life. By maintaining the feeling of the wish fulfilled and letting go of attachment to the how and when, you accelerate the manifestation process and bring your desires into physical reality with greater ease and grace. Letting go of effort and resistance is a crucial step in the manifestation process that often goes against our conventional understanding of how to achieve our goals. We are typically taught that hard work, effort, and persistence are the keys to success. While these qualities can certainly play a role, there is a point at which effort can become counterproductive, creating resistance that actually blocks the manifestation of our desires. Effort, in the context of manifestation, often stems from a place of lack of fear. When we try too hard to make something happen, it's usually because we don't believe that it will happen on its own. But this lack of belief creates a sense of urgency and desperation, which manifests as excessive effort. However, this kind of effort is rooted in a belief that we do not already have what we desire, and as a result, it reinforces the very lack we are trying to overcome. Resistance is the mental and emotional tension that arises when we believe that we have to struggle or fight for what we want. This resistance can take many forms, such as doubt, fear, impatience, or frustration. When we encounter obstacles or challenges, resistance often intensifies, leading us to push even harder. However, this approach can create a cycle of resistance, where the more we try to force things to happen, the more they seem to resist our efforts. Letting go of effort and resistance involves shifting from a mindset of force to one of flow. Instead of trying to control every aspect of the manifestation process, we learn to trust in the natural unfolding of our desires. This doesn't mean that we stop taking action altogether, rather. It means that our actions are inspired and aligned with the state of having, rather than driven by fear or desperation. One of the first steps in letting go of effort and resistance is recognizing when we are in a state of struggle. This requires self-awareness and honesty. We need to be able to identify when our efforts are coming from a place of lack rather than abundance. When we notice that we are trying too hard, it's a signal that we need to step back, relax, and reconnect with the feeling of our wish fulfilled. Letting go also involves releasing the need to control the outcome. This can be one of the most challenging aspects of the process, especially if we are used to being in control. However, true manifestation requires us to trust that the universe knows the best way to bring our desires into reality. This trust allows us to let go of the how and when, focusing instead on maintaining the inner state of fulfillment. Another important aspect of letting go of effort and resistance is embracing a mindset of ease and grace. This means approaching the manifestation process with a sense of lightness and playfulness, rather than with seriousness and intensity. When we take things too seriously, we create unnecessary tension and stress, which can block the flow of manifestation. By adopting a more relaxed and joyful attitude, we open ourselves up to receive our desires with greater ease. It's also important to understand that letting go of effort and resistance does not mean giving up or becoming passive. On the contrary, it's about shifting from a mindset of force to one of alignment. When we are aligned with our desires, we naturally take inspired actions that feel effortless and joyful. These actions are not driven by a need to prove ourselves or to make something happen. They are guided by our inner knowing that our desires are already ours. Letting go of effort and resistance also involves cultivating patience and trust in the timing of the universe. Often when we try too hard to manifest something, it's because we are impatient and want immediate results. However, the manifestation process operates on its own timeline, and sometimes what we desire requires time to unfold. By trusting in divine timing, we can let go of the need to rush or force things, allowing our desires to come into our lives at the perfect moment. Letting go of effort and resistance requires a deep commitment to self-care and well-being. When we are overly focused on manifesting our desires, we can easily neglect our physical, emotional, and mental health. However, taking care of ourselves is essential to the manifestation process. When we are relaxed, balanced, and in a state of well-being, we are more open and receptive to the flow of manifestation. Self-care practices such as meditation, mindfulness, exercise, and spending time in nature can help us release resistance and return to a state of ease. Aligning with the feeling of fulfillment is a cornerstone of successful manifestation. It involves more than just thinking positively or visualizing your desires. It's about fully embodying the emotions, thoughts, and actions of someone who has already achieved what they want. This alignment creates a powerful resonance with the reality you seek to create, drawing it into your experience with greater ease and certainty. To align with the feeling of fulfillment, it's essential to understand that emotions are not just fleeting reactions, but are integral to shaping your reality. Emotions are the energy in motion that signal to the universe what you are experiencing internally. When you feel joy, gratitude, and satisfaction, you are broadcasting a frequency that attracts experiences and circumstances that match those feelings. Conversely, when you feel lack, frustration, or doubt, you are inadvertently attracting more of those experiences into your life. The first step in aligning with the feeling of fulfillment is to cultivate a deep sense of gratitude. Gratitude is a powerful emotion that can instantly shift your focus from what you lack to what you already have. When you focus on what you are grateful for, you acknowledge the abundance in your life, no matter how small it may seem. This acknowledgement sends a signal to the universe that you are open to receiving more of what you desire. It's important to practice gratitude not just for the things you already have, but also for the things you want. as if they have already manifested. This practice aligns your energy with the state of having rather than wanting, which is crucial for manifestation. Another key aspect of aligning with the feeling of fulfillment is to engage in visualization. Visualization is not just about imagining a picture of your desired outcome, it's about immersing yourself in the sensory experience of having it. When you visualize, see, hear, and feel what it would be like to live in your desired reality. Engage all your senses in the process. For example, if you are visualizing a new home, imagine walking through each room, feeling the textures of the furniture, smelling the fresh paint, and hearing the sounds that would be present in that environment. The more vivid and detailed your visualization, the more real it will feel to your subconscious mind, which cannot distinguish between what is real and what is vividly imagined. It's also important to act as if your desire is already manifested. This doesn't mean pretending or living beyond your means, but rather adopting the mindset, habits, and behaviors of someone who has already achieved what you want. For instance, if you are seeking financial abundance, start managing your current finances with the care and attention of someone who is already wealthy. Make decisions from a place of abundance rather than lack. This alignment in actions reinforces the feeling of fulfillment and helps bridge the gap between where you are and where you want to be. One of the challenges in aligning with the feeling of fulfillment is dealing with the gap between your current reality and your desired outcome. It's natural to notice the difference, but it's important not to dwell on it. When you focus too much on the absence of what you want, you reinforce the feeling of lack, which can delay the manifestation process. Instead, whenever you notice the gap, use it as an opportunity to reaffirm your commitment to the feeling of fulfillment. Remind yourself that the gap is only temporary and that your desired outcome is already on its way to you. Aligning with the feeling of fulfillment also requires consistency. It's not enough to feel fulfilled sporadically or only when things are going well. You must cultivate this feeling consistently, even in the face of challenges or delays. This doesn't mean denying your emotions or pretending to be happy when you're not, but it does mean making a conscious effort to return to the feeling of fulfillment as often as possible. Practices such as meditation, affirmations, and journaling can help you maintain this alignment over time. In essence, aligning with the feeling of fulfillment is about living from the inside out. It's about making your internal state the primary reality and trusting that the external world will eventually catch up. When you consistently align with the feeling of having what you desire, you create a magnetic force that draws that reality into your life. This alignment not only accelerates the manifestation process, but also brings you a deep sense of peace and contentment, knowing that what you seek is already yours. Manifestation through calm assurance is a powerful approach that emphasizes the importance of a relaxed, confident mindset in the process of creating your desired reality. Unlike traditional methods that may focus on intense effort, willpower, or constant striving, calm assurance relies on a deep, unshakable belief that what you desire is already on its way to you. This mindset allows you to navigate the manifestation process with grace, patience, and certainty, free from the anxiety and stress that often accompany the pursuit of goals. At the heart of calm assurance is the understanding that the universe is always responding to your state of being. When you are calm and assured, you are signaling to the universe that you trust in the unfolding of your desires. This trust is crucial because it eliminates resistance and opens the channels through which your desires can flow into your life. Resistance often arises from doubt, fear, or impatience emotions that signal to the universe that you are not fully aligned with the reality you seek to create. By cultivating calm assurance, you replace these lower vibrations with a sense of ease and certainty, allowing the manifestation process to proceed smoothly. One of the key components of calm assurance is the ability to detach from the outcome. Detachment doesn't mean that you don't care about your desires or that you're indifferent to whether they manifest. Rather, it means that you are not obsessively attached to how and when they will manifest. You trust that the universe has its own timing and that everything will unfold perfectly. This detachment frees you from the need to control every aspect of the process, allowing you to relax and enjoy the journey. When you are detached from the outcome, you can focus on maintaining a positive, expectant state of being, knowing that what you desire is inevitable. Calm assurance also involves a deep sense of self-confidence and self-worth. When you believe in your own value and your ability to create your desired reality, you naturally radiate an energy of calm confidence. This energy is magnetic and attracts opportunities, resources, and people that support the manifestation of your desires. Confidence in your ability to manifest comes from understanding that you are a co-creator with the universe, that you have the power to shape your reality through your thoughts, feelings, and actions. When you fully embrace this power, you no longer feel the need to force things to happen instead. You trust that your desires are being brought to you in the perfect way. Another important aspect of calm assurance is patience. Patience is not just about waiting, it's about maintaining your calm and positive state of being while you wait. It's about trusting that the universe is working behind the scenes, even when you don't see immediate results. Patience allows you to remain centered and focused on your desired outcome, without becoming discouraged or anxious. It's important to remember that the manifestation process often involves a gestation period, where your desires are being prepared to come into physical form. During this time, your job is to stay calm, assured, and aligned with the feeling of fulfillment. Calm assurance also requires a shift in focus from the external world to your inner state. In the process of manifestation, it's easy to get caught up in external circumstances, especially when things don't seem to be going your way. However, the key to calm assurance is to focus more on your internal state than on external conditions. This means prioritizing how you feel and think over what you see in your external reality. By maintaining a calm and assured inner state, you create a stable foundation that is not easily shaken by external events. This inner stability is what allows you to continue moving forward with confidence, even in the face of challenges. One of the practical ways to cultivate calm assurance is through mindfulness and meditation. These practices help you stay grounded in the present moment, reduce stress, and connect with your inner sense of peace. When you meditate, you create a space where you can detach from the busyness of the mind and reconnect with the deep, calm center within you. This practice reinforces the feeling of calm assurance and helps you maintain it throughout your day. Another way to cultivate calm assurance is to engage in positive self-talk and affirmations. Affirmations such as "I trust in the perfect unfolding of my desires" or "everything is working out for my highest good" can reinforce your sense of calm and confidence. By regularly affirming your belief in the manifestation process, you strengthen your ability to remain calm and assured, even when external circumstances seem uncertain. Calm assurance is also closely linked to the practice of surrender. Surrendering to the flow of life means letting go of the need to control and trusting that everything is happening for your highest good. It means allowing the universe to guide you, knowing that it has a broader perspective and that it knows the best way to bring your desires into your life. Surrender is not about giving up. It's about letting go of resistance and allowing the natural flow of life to carry you toward your goals. Manifestation through calm assurance is about cultivating a relaxed, confident mindset that trusts in the natural unfolding of your desires. It involves detachment from the outcome, a deep sense of self-confidence, patience, and a focus on maintaining a positive inner state. By aligning with the energy of calm assurance, you eliminate resistance and create a powerful magnetic force that draws your desires into your life. This approach not only accelerates the manifestation process, but also brings a sense of peace, joy, and fulfillment, knowing that what you desire is already on its way to you. In conclusion, the journey of manifestation is not one of relentless struggle or desperate striving, but one of deep inner alignment, calm assurance, and unwavering trust. When you shift your focus from trying hard to manifest your desires to embodying the state of already having them, you unlock the true power within you to create your reality. By living in the end, you align your thoughts, emotions, and actions with the fulfillment you seek, allowing the universe to respond in kind, letting go of effort and resistance, and instead embracing a mindset of ease and flow, opens the door to effortless manifestation. As you cultivate the feeling of fulfillment and maintain a calm, assured mindset, you create a magnetic force that draws your desires into your life with grace and certainty. Remember, manifestation is not about forcing outcomes or controlling every detail. It's about trusting the process, believing in your own power, and allowing the universe to work in perfect harmony with your intentions. As you move forward, carry with you the knowledge that what you seek is already yours. Live from that place of fulfillment and watch as your world transforms to reflect the reality you have claimed within. Imagine, just for a moment, that the life you dream of is not a distant fantasy, but your present reality. Envision yourself living in that world where every aspiration, every desire has already been fulfilled. The home you've always wanted, the relationships you cherish, the success you crave, imagine it all as part of your daily experience. Now I ask you, how would you feel if this were true? What would your day-to-day actions look like if you were already living this dream life? How would you carry yourself, interact with others, and make decisions? The key to transforming dreams into reality lies in assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled. If you wish to be successful, act with the confidence of someone who has already achieved that success. If you desire love, carry yourself with the warmth and kindness of one who is already deeply loved. You see, the world around us is not merely a collection of external circumstances, but a reflection of our internal state. When you begin to act as though your dreams are already your reality, you align your inner world with the outer. This alignment creates a powerful force that draws your desires to you, almost as if by magic. But this is not magic, this is the natural order of things. When you act as if you are living your dream life, you send a message to your subconscious mind, which does not distinguish between reality and imagination. Your subconscious accepts this new reality and begins to shape your experiences accordingly. What does this mean in practical terms? It means adopting the mindset, the behaviors, and the emotions of the person you wish to become. Walk with the confidence of someone who has already arrived. Speak with the authority of someone who knows their words carry weight. Make decisions from a place of abundance, not fear. This shift in mindset is not merely a technique but a way of life. It requires consistency, commitment, and above all, faith in the unseen. Faith that what you imagine is not just possible but inevitable, as long as you maintain this state of mind. So I urge you to start living your dream life today, not tomorrow, not in the distant future, but right now. Assume the feeling of your dreams fulfilled. Act as if you are already the person you wish to be. For in doing so, you will find that your outer world begins to transform, mirroring the internal change you have initiated. And one day you will look around and realize that the life you once dreamed of is now the life you are living. That, my friends, is the power of living as if your dreams are already true. Imagine for a moment that the life you desire is not a distant hope or a future possibility, but something you are experiencing right now. This might seem like an exercise in fantasy, but it's far more powerful than that. The first step toward making your dreams a reality is to assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. This concept is about more than just thinking positively or daydreaming about what you want. It's about deeply embodying the emotional state of having already achieved your desires. To truly assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled, you must immerse yourself in the emotions that would naturally arise if your desires were already part of your life. It's not enough to think about what you want, you must feel it, live it, and breathe it as though it is your current reality. This means experiencing the joy, satisfaction, and peace that comes with the fulfillment of your desires. For example, if you wish to be financially secure, instead of focusing on your current financial struggles, you would cultivate feelings of abundance and security, imagining how it feels to have more than enough. If you long for a loving relationship, you would embrace the warmth, affection, and connection as though it is already yours. This process of assuming the feeling is transformative because it shifts your consciousness from a state of lack to a state of fulfillment. Your mind doesn't differentiate between real and imagined experiences on an emotional level. When you consistently inhabit the emotional state of your fulfilled desires, your subconscious mind begins to accept this as your reality, influencing your thoughts, actions, and perceptions. This shift in your internal state will inevitably start to manifest in your external world. However, this is not about pretending or ignoring your current circumstances. It's about living in the reality of your desires mentally and emotionally, even if the physical world hasn't caught up yet. By assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled, you are essentially programming your subconscious mind to align with the reality you want to create. The more you practice this, the more natural it becomes, and soon your external reality will begin to reflect the internal state you've been cultivating. The second key aspect of this approach is the alignment between your inner world and your outer experiences. Often we view the world as something that happens to us, believing that our circumstances are beyond our control. But in truth, the world around us is a reflection of our inner state of being. When there's a misalignment, when our inner world is filled with doubt, fear, or a sense of lack, it shows up in our outer experiences as challenges, obstacles, and unfulfilled desires. Aligning your inner world with the outer world means bringing your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs into harmony with the life you want to live. This alignment isn't just about positive thinking, it's about embodying the reality you wish to see in every aspect of your life. If you desire success, you must not only think like a successful person, but also feel and act like one. This involves more than just imagining your success. It requires living as if that success is already part of your everyday life. You carry yourself with confidence, make decisions from a place of abundance, and respond to challenges with the resilience and resourcefulness of someone who knows they are destined to succeed. This alignment creates a powerful resonance that influences the people, situations, and opportunities that come into your life. When your inner state is in harmony with your desires, you attract circumstances that reflect that inner reality. It's like tuning a radio to the right frequency. Once you're aligned, you start receiving the signal clearly. Your outer world begins to change in response to your inner transformation. This is not a passive process. It requires active participation and a willingness to consistently align your thoughts, emotions, and actions with your desired reality. When you live in alignment, you are not just wishing for your dreams to come true, you are actively creating the conditions for their manifestation. Over time, this alignment between your inner state and your outer reality will lead to the life you've always dreamed of, materializing in ways that often seem effortless and natural. To truly live the life you desire, it's crucial to act with confidence and authority, as though you've already achieved your dreams. This isn't about faking it until you make it. It's about embodying the qualities of the person you wish to become, right here and now. When you act with confidence, you signal to yourself and the world that you believe in your capabilities and your right to succeed. Confidence is not a mere feeling, it is a state of being that influences your decisions, interactions, and the opportunities that come your way. Confidence begins with self-belief. When you believe in yourself, you project an energy that others can't help but notice. This energy opens doors and creates connections because people are naturally drawn to those who are sure of themselves. When you carry yourself with authority, you demonstrate that you are not waiting for permission to succeed, you are claiming your success. This mindset shift is powerful because it changes the way you approach every aspect of your life. Think about how you would behave if you had already achieved everything you want. You would likely take more risks, speak up more often, and approach challenges with a sense of assurance that things will work out in your favor. Acting with confidence doesn't mean you won't face setbacks or uncertainties. It means you trust in your ability to navigate them. You become proactive rather than reactive, making choices that align with your goals rather than being swayed by fear or doubt. This confident, authoritative stance also influences how others perceive and respond to you. When you act as if you are already successful, people tend to treat you as such. They respect your opinions, seek your advice, and offer you opportunities that might not come your way if you appeared hesitant or unsure. Confidence becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. By acting as if you have already succeeded, you start to create the circumstances that lead to actual success. Furthermore, Adopting this mindset doesn't just influence others, it fundamentally changes how you perceive yourself. You start to see yourself as capable, deserving, and in control of your destiny. This shift in self-perception is critical because it determines the actions you take and the results you achieve. By consistently acting with confidence and authority, you create a new narrative for your life, one where you are the protagonist, shaping your reality according to your desires. Equally important is the mindset of abundance. Too often we approach life from a perspective of scarcity, believing that there is not enough to go around, whether it's money, love, opportunities, or time. This scarcity mindset keeps us trapped in a cycle of fear and limitation, where we make decisions based on what we lack rather than what we can create. To live your dream life, you must shift to a mindset of abundance, where you believe that there is more than enough of everything you desire. An abundance mindset is about more than just thinking positively. It's about fundamentally changing the way you view the world and your place in it. When you believe in abundance, you see opportunities everywhere. You recognize that the world is full of possibilities, and you are open to receiving all that life has to offer. This mindset allows you to take bold actions, knowing that even if one opportunity doesn't work out, another one will come along. Living with an abundance mindset also means making decisions from a place of faith rather than fear. For example, instead of holding on to money tightly because you fear there won't be more, you invest in yourself and others, knowing that what you give will come back to you multiplied. Instead of settling in relationships because you fear you won't find anything better, you set higher standards, knowing that the love you desire is out there and will find its way to you. This mindset shift affects every area of your life. In your career, you might pursue opportunities that once seemed out of reach, confident that you have what it takes to succeed. In your personal life, you cultivate relationships that enrich and uplift you, knowing that you deserve to be surrounded by love and support. In your daily interactions, you exude a sense of fulfillment and generosity, attracting more of the same into your life. An abundance mindset also helps you to see the world as a place of growth and possibility rather than competition and lack. You stop comparing yourself to others or feeling envious of their successes because you understand that their achievements don't diminish your own potential. There is enough success, love, and happiness for everyone, and by embracing this truth, you create a life filled with endless possibilities. By combining confidence and authority with a mindset of abundance, you create a powerful foundation for achieving your dreams. You act not from a place of need or desperation, but from a place of strength and certainty. This approach not only changes your internal experience, but also reshapes the external world to reflect the life you truly desire. Consistency, commitment, and faith are the pillars upon which the manifestation of your dreams rests. It is not enough to simply think positively or occasionally imagine yourself living the life you desire. You must commit to this mindset daily. This commitment involves consistently aligning your thoughts, feelings, and actions with the reality you wish to create, even when external circumstances might suggest otherwise. Consistency is about making this practice a part of your daily life. It's easy to get excited about your dreams and start strong, but true transformation requires sustained effort over time. This means that every day, no matter what is happening around you, you consciously choose to think, feel, and act as though your dreams are already your reality. This might involve setting aside time each day to visualize your goals, practicing gratitude for the things you have and the things you know are coming, or simply maintaining a positive and proactive mindset throughout the day. This daily commitment is crucial because it helps to reprogram your subconscious mind. The subconscious is deeply influenced by repetition, and by consistently focusing on your desired reality, you begin to change the underlying beliefs that shape your experiences. Over time, these new beliefs take root and begin to manifest in your outer world, aligning your life with the vision you hold in your mind. However, this process is not always easy. There will be times when doubt creeps in, when progress seems slow, or when challenges arise that make it difficult to maintain this mindset. This is where commitment comes in. Commitment is about staying the course, even when things are tough. It's about believing in your dreams so deeply that you refuse to give up, no matter what obstacles you face. This unwavering commitment is what separates those who achieve their dreams from those who don't. But commitment alone is not enough. It must be paired with faith. Faith is the belief in things not yet seen, the trust that what you desire is already on its way, even if it hasn't yet appeared in your physical reality. Faith is what keeps you going when external circumstances seem to contradict your desires. It's the inner knowing that the universe is always working in your favor, even when you can't see how. This faith is not blind or naive. It is grounded in the understanding that the outer world is a reflection of the inner world. When you consistently align your inner world with the reality you wish to create, the outer world must eventually follow. Faith is what allows you to hold on to your vision, even when things seem to be going wrong, because you understand that challenges are just part of the process. They are opportunities for growth and learning, not signs that you should give up. Ultimately, consistency, commitment, and faith work together to bring your dreams into reality. By consistently focusing on your desired outcome, you strengthen your belief in it. By committing to this practice every day, you build the momentum necessary to overcome any obstacles. And by having faith, you maintain the positive energy and mindset that are crucial for manifestation. Together, these three elements create a powerful force that transforms your inner world and, in turn, your outer reality. The final key point is about transforming dreams into reality. And this is where the power of all the previous points culminates. When you consistently act as though your dreams are already fulfilled, align your inner world with your desires, and maintain a mindset of confidence, authority, and abundance, you set into motion a process that inevitably leads to the manifestation of your dreams. This transformation doesn't happen overnight, but it does happen. The key is to understand that your outer reality is a reflection of your inner state. When you change your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs, you change the energy you put out into the world. This shift in energy attracts new experiences, people, and opportunities that align with the life you want to create. Over time, these changes accumulate, and your external reality begins to reflect the internal shifts you have made. This process of transformation is not passive. It requires you to take action from a place of alignment. When you act as if your dreams are already a reality, you naturally begin to make choices and take actions that support that reality. You no longer act from a place of fear or lack. Instead, you make decisions based on the confidence that your dreams are already yours. This might mean taking risks, pursuing opportunities that align with your goals, or letting go of things that no longer serve you. As you continue to act in alignment with your dreams, you start to see evidence of their manifestation in your life. Small changes begin to occur, and as you acknowledge and celebrate these changes, they grow. Your belief in your ability to create your reality strengthens, and this belief fuels further action, creating a positive feedback loop that accelerates the manifestation process. It's important to remember that this transformation is not just about achieving external goals. It's about becoming the person you need to be to live the life you desire. This means developing the qualities, habits, and mindset that are necessary for sustaining your dreams once they manifest. It's about growth, both internal and external, and this growth is what ultimately leads to the realization of your dreams. By consistently practicing these principles, you transform not only your outer reality, but also yourself. You become the person who naturally lives the life you once only dreamed of. This is the true power of living, as if your dreams are already fulfilled. It doesn't just change your life, it changes you. And in that change, you find the fulfillment, success, and happiness that you have always desired, not as something outside of yourself, but as a natural expression of who you have become. Visualization is a powerful tool in the process of manifesting your dreams into reality. It goes beyond merely daydreaming or imagining what you want. It involves creating vivid mental images of your desired outcomes, experiencing them with all your senses as if they are happening right now. Visualization serves as a bridge between your current reality and the reality you wish to create, allowing you to mentally rehearse the life you want to live. When you visualize, you activate the creative power of your mind. The brain cannot distinguish between an imagined experience and a real one. By vividly imagining yourself achieving your goals, your brain begins to form new neural pathways that align with this imagined reality. These pathways influence your thoughts, behaviors, and even your physical responses, preparing you to take the actions necessary to manifest your desires. To harness the full power of visualization, it's important to engage all your senses. Don't just see the image in your mind, feel the emotions, hear the sounds, and even imagine the smells associated with your desired outcome. For example, if you are visualizing yourself living in your dream home, don't just picture the house, imagine the warmth of the sunlight streaming through the windows, the sound of your footsteps on the wooden floors, the smell of fresh coffee brewing in the kitchen. The more detailed and sensory rich your visualization, the more real it becomes to your subconscious mind. Visualization is most effective when practiced regularly. Set aside time each day to immerse yourself in the mental experience of your desired reality. This could be in the morning to set a positive tone for the day, or at night before you go to sleep, allowing your subconscious to work on these images as you rest. Consistency is key, as regular visualization reinforces the belief that what you desire is not only possible but already on its way to you. Another powerful aspect of visualization is that it can help you overcome obstacles and challenges. By mentally rehearsing how you would handle potential difficulties, you prepare yourself to face them with confidence when they arise. This proactive approach reduces fear and anxiety, allowing you to stay focused on your goals even in the face of adversity. Visualization also strengthens your emotional connection to your goals. When you regularly imagine yourself living your desired life, you start to feel the emotions associated with that reality: joy, satisfaction, peace, fulfillment. These emotions not only make the experience more real in your mind, but also raise your vibrational energy, aligning you with the frequency of what you want to attract. This emotional alignment is crucial because the energy you emit influences the energy you attract, drawing similar experiences and opportunities into your life. Ultimately, visualization is not just about seeing your dreams, it's about feeling and living them in your mind until they become your external reality. It's about creating a mental blueprint that guides your actions and decisions, ensuring that everything you do is aligned with the life you wish to create. By regularly engaging in this practice, you deepen your belief in your ability to manifest your desires and bring your dreams closer to reality with each passing day. Another crucial element in manifesting your dreams is the way you talk to yourself. Your inner dialogue, the constant stream of thoughts, beliefs, and self-talk that runs through your mind, has a profound impact on your ability to achieve your goals. This inner dialogue can either propel you towards success or hold you back from realizing your full potential. To cultivate a positive inner dialogue, it's important to first become aware of the thoughts you entertain daily. Many of us operate on autopilot, allowing negative thoughts and limiting beliefs to dominate our minds without even realizing it. These thoughts can be subtle, such as doubting your abilities, fearing failure, or telling yourself that your dreams are unrealistic. Over time, these negative patterns of thinking can create self-imposed barriers that prevent you from moving forward. The first step in changing your inner dialogue is to identify and challenge these negative thoughts. Whenever you catch yourself thinking something limiting or self-defeating, pause and ask yourself if that thought is truly reflective of your potential or merely a reflection of past conditioning or fear. Often these thoughts are based on old beliefs that no longer serve you. By questioning them, you begin to weaken their hold over your mind. Once you've identified these negative patterns, the next step is to replace them with positive affirmations. Affirmations are powerful statements that reinforce your belief in your ability to achieve your dreams. They should be framed in the present tense, as if what you desire is already true. For example, instead of saying, "I hope to be successful," you would say, "I am successful." Instead of thinking, "I'm not sure I can do this," you would affirm, "I am fully capable of achieving my goals." These positive affirmations help to reprogram your subconscious mind, gradually replacing old, limiting beliefs with empowering ones. As you repeat these affirmations consistently, they begin to shape your inner dialogue, creating a mindset that supports your dreams rather than undermines them. This process might feel unnatural at first, especially if you're used to negative self-talk. But with practice, it becomes second nature. In addition to affirmations, it's also important to cultivate a mindset of gratitude. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you lack to what you already have, creating a positive feedback loop that attracts more of what you appreciate into your life. When you regularly express gratitude, whether through journaling, meditation, or simply taking a moment to acknowledge the good in your life, you elevate your emotional state and align yourself with the energy of abundance. A positive inner dialogue also involves being kind and compassionate to yourself. Many of us are our own worst critics, harshly judging ourselves for perceived failures or shortcomings. This self-criticism can be a major obstacle to manifesting your dreams because it creates a sense of unworthiness. To counteract this, practice self-compassion. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would offer a friend who is going through a tough time. Recognize that mistakes and setbacks are part of the growth process, and rather than beating yourself up, use them as opportunities to learn and improve. In conclusion, the journey to living your dream life begins within. By assuming the feeling of your wishes fulfilled, aligning your inner world with your desires, and embodying the confidence and authority of someone who has already achieved their goals, you set the stage for true transformation. This transformation is fueled by consistency, commitment, and unwavering faith, which together create a powerful force that brings your dreams into reality. Remember, your outer world is merely a reflection of your inner state. When you consistently act as if your dreams are already true, when you live with a mindset of abundance, and when you take bold, aligned actions, you begin to reshape your reality. The process may take time, and there may be challenges along the way, but by holding steadfast to your vision and continuing to align your thoughts, feelings, and actions with the life you desire, you will see your dreams materialize. This journey is not just about achieving external success, it's about becoming the person you need to be to live the life you envision. As you grow and evolve, you will find that the life you once dreamed of becomes not just possible, but inevitable. So start today, act as if you are already living your dream life, and watch as your world transforms in response. Your dreams are not distant possibilities, they are within your reach, waiting for you to claim them.